Okay class, today in geometry we're going to look at how to construct polygons using a compass and ruler. Here's a picture of a column like you'd find in ancient Greek buildings. So how did ancient Greeks design a pillar? How did they get the spacing of the grooves, or the flutes as they are called, which would be these grooves are called flutes. How did they get them evenly spaced? Any ideas? Well, they didn't use measure tapes as far as we know. We don't think they had them. The ancient Greeks used geometry extensively in their architecture. In order to make the flute so even, one method could have been to construct a polygon with the same number of sides as flutes that they wanted, then use that as a blueprint, which is sort of like a map used to make things. Can anybody tell me how many flutes this column has? Correct, 24. If you count them up, you can see that there's 12 on this side, then figure 12 on the other side, that would be 24. So they would construct a 24-sided polygon to work from then. We will start with a hexagon, or a 6-sided polygon. Okay, here's a hexagon that's already been drawn. As you can see, it can be divided into triangles, which in this case are equilateral triangles. Can anybody tell me what makes a triangle an equilateral? Right, all three sides are equal. So in this case, this side here equals this side here and equals this side here. So all three sides are equal. Now this side, or this line here, this side of the triangle, is the radius of the circle. You can see it goes from the center right to the edge of the circle, and since that line is the same as the side of the hexagon, we can use this to construct our hexagon. So we'll go ahead and do that. So first of all, you want to draw a circle, and the easiest way to draw a circle with a compass is to rotate the paper instead of the compass. We'll do that right now. So you got a circle. Okay, there's our circle. Okay, now we make a mark to start with. Just anywhere in the circle is fine. Now you keep the compass at the same setting as the radius of the circle that you just drew. So you put the point of the compass on the mark that you made and make another mark like that, and then make another mark. These marks will be the sides of the hexagon. Okay, and remember, they're the same as the radius of the circle. So we go all the way around. We should end up right where we started. That one. And then, see, well, it's pretty close. Okay, now take the pencil and then connect the marks. And then our last one. Okay, and there's our hexagon. See, it looks just like the hexagon that's down here. It's a little bit off because I was doing it quick, but if you take your time and you're careful, you'll get the same thing. Okay. So you see, you got a hexagon, 6 sides. Now, if we drew the diagonals across like this, then we have the same thing that we have here in this picture. Now, how would you create a triangle from this construction that we have here? Okay, think about that for a second. A hexagon has 6 sides, and a triangle has 3 sides. Okay, so the triangle has half as many sides. So what would be a way to use this to create a triangle? Right, you would just connect every other point. So we'll do that real quick here. Go this one, skip this one, go to this one, and then the last one here. So you could create a triangle using this hexagon as your starting point, and then of course this would be an equilateral triangle. All the sides are the same length. Now let's go the other direction. Let's say you wanted to create a 12-sided polygon. Okay, that would be double the number of sides. You go from 6 to 12, and they would need to be evenly spaced, so you need to divide this line in half. So how would you do that? Right, you'd use a perpendicular bisector like we did in class last week. So you bisect this line, and that would give you a point. That's not exactly right, but you get the idea. And then that would give you a mark here, and then what you do is you set your compass to that distance. You set it to that distance and then go around and make marks, and then you would get a 12-sided polygon. And then now we want to get 24 sides, which is what our column had, the number of flutes that our column had. So what you do then is then you would, if you had a line here, a line here, then you would bisect this line, okay, and then you would go all the way around, and that would double your sides, and you'd have 24 sides. And what you'd end up with would be something that looks like this. Okay, so those blue lines are the hexagon. Divided in half are these dark blue lines here. So this line here divided in half would be these two lines here. Okay, and then one of the blue lines divided in half again. So you go from 6 to 12, and then cut that in half, you get 24. And then you go around and mark them off, and then that's what these dots are. That's 24 dots. Okay, that would be a 24-sided polygon. And then you could use that as your blueprint to make your column. You could, so going off of your construction of the 24-sided polygon, then you could have something to work with to give you your 24-sided, 24 flutes in your column. All right.